Okay, y'all really need to get in on this right now because Bryshere Gray's OnlyFans just leaked and there is some insane drama surrounding it. Bryshere's not keeping quiet about nothing, and he straight up pointed fingers at Diddy, claiming that Diddy is the reason that he had to go on OnlyFans route because Diddy messed up his life and left him homeless. The allegations against Diddy just keep piling up and getting crazier every time Bryshere is ready to tell his true story. And it's not looking good now if you're wondering what on earth happened to Bryshere Gray and how he went from starring on Empire, which was one of the big shows at the time, to opening an OnlyFans account where he posts adult content is something that we did not expect to see. But hey, here we are, and according to Bryshere, this has Diddy's hands all over it now. We've heard whispers about Diddy's alleged antics with Bryshere before, but this first time Bryshere is laying it all out. Let's just say kind of explains why he's now running an OnlyFans account and pretty much living on the fringes of Hollywood. Everyone had high hopes for Bryshere Gray's career, but things didn't work out as expected. When Bryshere was a teenager, he met Charlie Mack, who would later become his manager using this Hollywood connections. And fans have been wondering why things never took off for him after that. It turns out that his departure wasn't exactly by choice. Allegedly, some bigwigs like Diddy forced him out and nudged him towards OnlyFans after Empire wrapped up. Charlie scored Bryshere an online audition for Empire, and voila, Bryshere landed the role of Hakey Lion on one of the hottest shows on TV at the time. A few weeks after that, Charlie introduced Bryshere to none other than Will Smith, and they hit it off in a mentor-mentee type of way. You think having Will Smith in his corner would be a huge boost for Bryshere, right? Well, it turns out not so much. Allegedly, Will introduced Bryshere to Diddy because Bryshere had dreams of being a rapper, and Will wanted to help him break into the music scene. In hindsight, this should have been a huge red flag. Bryshere definitely should have sprinted in the other direction. But back then, no one knew the skeletons in Diddy's closet. Bryshere thought he was safe and believed Diddy would make him into the next big star given Diddy's clout as the owner of Bad Boy Records and his tight relationship with Will Smith. For context, there have been whispers for over 20 years suggesting that Diddy and Will Smith were on the down low together, with multiple industry insiders accusing them of some panky with other men. The truly dubious aspect, however, is the claims that they committed some horrible, non-consensual crimes against other men in the business. For example, the former believed he was in good hands and was waiting for a big break that never materialized. When Jada comes out as gay and her husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked into him servicing his sugar daddy. Alexis Arquette, who knew Will personally, spilled the tea that Will's first marriage to Sherry Zampino ended because Sherry caught him in the bed with the man. Alexis wrote, "I'll listen to Benny Medina because she was his first wife and paid off in silence." Alexis Arquette wasn't the only person to spill the beans on Will Smith. Jaguar promptly surfaced with even more juicy rumors, alleging that Will had romances with other younger men in the business. According to her, he played the mentor role, but it quickly escalated into a full-blown romantic drama that completely alienated these individuals. Guess who she identified as one of his? Shook in their mentoring relationship, Bryshere and young men have screamed to leave their home. Meek Mills, even with two of the biggest names in the industry supporting him, Bryshere Gray's music career never took off. That's because, according to reports from a debriefing session with federal investigator James Roseman, Diddy has been under investigation by the feds for allegedly having an affair with younger men without their consent. August was the only one who stayed in the house, and I guess he was really sick and needed some time off. You wonder what kind of mentoring Will was doing with Bryshere. According to a U.S. District Court filing, the music manager turned crime boss was allegedly questioned about the sexual preferences of entertainers, including whether or not Diddy was having intimate relationships with underage boys. Diddy wasn't called out for real until Cassie's lawsuit was dropped, at which point Cassie revealed all, claiming that Diddy had a thing for male escorts and would force her to join Joe in these wild freak-offs, either by watching or even getting involved herself. Since then, other victims have found the courage to come forward thanks to Cassie's lawsuits. One such victim is producer Little Rod, who detailed how Diddy allegedly messed with him and even encouraged others to do the same. This sounds a lot like what he allegedly did to Bryshere, right? Speaking of Bryshere, after Empire wrapped up, some say it was his own choice, but plenty believe he was acting out because of what happened in the industry. Let's be real, that kind of thing messes with anyone's head. However, after Empire, Bryshere dropped some songs that were becoming popular, and he was preparing for a tour when all of a sudden, it was as though he was blackballed from the whole scene. Movie roles dried up, and the music industry refused to touch him. Shady, his ordeal left him badly messed up, just like Jaguar Wright said about Will Smith. Remember when she called out Will for supposedly mentoring dudes into messed up situations? Yeah, Bryshere was definitely shaken up and started acting out. Allegedly, that's why Bryshere was shaken up and started acting out himself. Back in July 2020, there was this wild scene where Bryshere's wife, Candace, ran into the streets, stopping folks and begging for help. She said she was a victim of DV and her husband was getting aggressive with her. One Good Samaritan took her to the cops, and that's when she dropped the bomb and claimed that she was Bryshere's wife. Good evening, thanks for joining us up first tonight. We're following breaking news and the arrest of Bryshere Gray, one of the stars of the hit show Empire. Tonight, we're seeing hours of new video from his July arrest that ended with his wife flagging down police and telling them the actor had her for hours inside their Goody home. She told the police a sad tale of Bryshere allegedly laying his hands on her, even choking her until she passed out. She claimed their argument had escalated when she confronted him about how he had been cheating on her, and this sent him into a rap. After that whole drama, Bryshere got hit even harder. He faced felony aggravated assault charges, plus misdemeanors for assault and disorderly conduct. His mug shot went viral, and folks on social media were shocked, speculating about whether he was on drugs or something else. Eventually, he was charged with DV and got slapped with 10 days in county jail and 3 years probation. And after that mess, he tried to bounce back in Hollywood, like a newcomer, even willing to take big pay cuts for a shot. But that blacklist was no joke, and he just couldn't catch any breaks. Things got rough, and he ended up broken, homeless, and had to find other ways to hustle. If you catch my drift, people were shocked when the photos and videos from his sole fanbase leaked, believing it to be a hoax. However, he later revealed on Twitter that he had a past career, and his bio there is shocking. Now he's speaking out, asking whether or not this put him on such a deep blacklist that no one in the business wanted to work with him. I feel bad for this generation of Bryshere Gray people, because being so is not normal and is typically associated with the negative lifestyle. It looks like yet another life ruined by Diddy. But if you have any thoughts about it, please comment and then check out this next video. Apparently, Diddy gave Bryshere an ultimatum: either play along as this plaything or watch this his career crash and burn. However, Bryshere was too messed up from all the trauma to go back to Diddy, and with bills piling up, OnlyFans became his